today. I want to share my stories about related to my family thing. Um, for a lot of YouTubers and or the people outside are kind of, maybe some of them are really get used to share their stories on like the internet or with their friends, but for me it's really rare and it's really unique for me to share my story even with my really closest friends and even with my family members. So it's kind of for me it's kind of big decision to upload this kind of my story, especially on the YouTube. But what happened today and what have been happened for few years, I have been struggling with my like father thing. It's not a really for some of them it's not really a big thing for some of them, but for me it's kind of really serious, and it's kind of for me it's kind of really hard to share, and it's kind of sensitive issue. It's about my relationship with my father. Um, for a starter, my father teaches students in the university. So, in one word, he is a professor, especially the psychology. If like most of my friends who hear what my father is doing for his living, they are most of the time they say like, and they kind of guess like your father has a great personality, or like at least kind of so personality. And he might have a strict rule when raising their kids, like for me, like me and my brother. And every time I kind of hear that kind of opinion, I was saying that it's yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, yeah, that was my reaction to them. But for real, I wasn't sure when I started to think like this, what I am feeling toward him right now. But I started to feel uncomfortable with him, like when I'm with him. So like I try not to have a conversation with him, and I try to avoid the time when I have to meet my father in the same place, same area. So if I have to go to my home, like my home where my parents live and my brother lives, and then I call my mom and I check whether my father is at home or not. And then after checking that, if she says he's out of town or he's at his office, then I go to home. So these kind of things happened lately, and I was kind of curious, why do I have that kind of feeling toward him? Because when I was young, I'm in favor of him, like I would say 100%, yeah, because he try kind of his best to bring his kids, including me and my brother, to go abroad or to like go to any areas that would help us to build a stronger and a lot more experience that would help our future. At that moment, I think that traveling moment, I was enjoying it. I would say. But after that, like that was kind of really before a year of 7. But after that, I was kind of feeling a little like depressed and kind of little chalked, a little like a sense of chalked, not like physically chalked, but a mentally chalked feeling when I'm with him in the same house. Because before graduating high school, I couldn't get out of my house. Of course, most of like other children in Korea, we usually live with our parents if they are alive, and if there's a kid who's not living in their house, in the parents' house, like most of the adults are saying that that kid has a problem, or like that kid is kind of kicked out of the house because he or she, that child, is making a trouble. Yeah, that kind of thing is like the general atmosphere in Korea. But whenever I feel kind of shocked and I feel depressed, I went to my room and I just cried really silently. Like I covered up with my blanket and just cry like really silently, that nobody would like realize and figure out what's going on in my room. So like that was kind of dark year of my middle and high school. But after middle and high school, I went to the college in another reason, so I should live by myself. And that was the turning point of like to like make a clear definition of what I'm feeling right now toward my father. And like the time of living alone makes me really who I am, and really made me feel what I really want and what I really have to be in this society. For that university years, I realized that the feeling toward my father is kind of, first it's scary, and second was kind of annoying, and these two are the main feelings toward him. So the scary is kind of, he was really stubborn and he was really strict when me and my brother makes a mistake, and he always say like, your life is yours, and after graduating university, like the school or like graduate school, like your life is yours, all responsibilities are upon you, you have to be responsible for everything. So like that was kind of scary for me. Like I thought like, if he is kind of a person who says like that, then have to train their kids to be alone and like need to build like inner power to live by themselves alone really well. But I wasn't trained like that before, because he was always say like that, but I feel like really dependent on my parents until high school, because I don't know, but like because I think that's kind of easy for me. And yeah, but after graduating university, I need to be a person who need to work in some environment, right? But after I graduating university, I feel that my parents started to like be yourself and be who you are, like be the person who can utilize in the society. But it's kind of really a click moment, and it's really kind of a sudden moment. That was just a moment of like they changed their mind, they changed their attitude, and there was kind of a really huge confusion for me. So like I was really confused and stressful, like about like sudden change of my like environment. Yeah, like I thought like I need a big support when I try to like adjust in one environment, one spot to like work. But they like, as they always say, like they are like cutting their support, cutting their like attention. But like yeah, there was kind of sudden change, and I've been hurt from really a young age. So like inside me, I feel like if I fail this process, they would be really they would be they will be having a really big disappointment upon me, because like that's kind of a life motto of my family. And if I fail that, I'm not that like I will not be accepted as a daughter. But it was just my thought. But like the whole mind and whole brain, my whole brain was like filled with that kind of like negative emotion. So like that was really hard for me. And I've never expressed this kind of feeling toward him, because like as I said before, the first main like feeling toward him was scaredness. So I couldn't say it. And actually the people around him and the other family member can't tell him either. So like yesterday I not talked to him, I texted him, like really the feeling like stacked in few like many years. And he was like, at the end I was saying like, don't ever text me again, like I don't need any reply from you, like that kind of shit. But yeah, I kind of texted like that because I don't know, I think we need more conversation, but we didn't have that much conversation about the emotion. We actually have a lot of conversation about about my company, about like how being really a good worker in that company, like it's kind of like more than, it's just a like the work conversation, not just about like feeling or emotional thing. Yeah, and that was a really big mistake of me and him, and including all of my family members. So like I texted him yesterday, and he was like, he did a reply, but it's not that like do what you're gonna do, I do what I'm gonna do, I'm sorry being as a really that kind of father you described. So yeah, that's kind of like the summary of that, like the mood of his reply to my that like my text message. And yeah, that's what current situation. So I think he needs more time, and I don't need any more time because I have my alone time. I did take a lot of my alone time and think about that issue a lot for a few years. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I just want to talk to it to like anybody who could watch this video. And yeah, I just want to share it with nobody. Yeah, like not anybody who I've been known of, but with nobody. I mean, nobody like means like someone who I've never known of, and like I've never met before. Like I just want to share it. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.